and welcome again to another food review video. Today I will be looking at Fox's new range of Great Tastes Vinnie's Tastes of America party rings. Well, let's start off with a little background about Fox's biscuits. They've been going since 1853, so their focus is very much on an old-fashioned British brand, early Victorian, sort of late industrial period. They very much capitalise on that with their marketing. As you can see here, you've got the guy with the old Victorian that, and he's thought up Fox's biscuits. Clever man. They also focus on, when advertising their biscuits, the fact that it's an indulgence. It's not an essential, it's indulgence. After a lot of the late noughties focus on healthy eating and thinking about what we eat, a lot of companies who make, you know, the sweet food, the sugary foods, the foods that aren't necessarily good for us, on an indulgence rather than an essential part of, you know, your diet. Their focus, a lot of their products are focused on texture, which kind of adds to this, you know, sense of indulgence rather than necessity, with names of their biscuits such as velvety melts, crinkles, creams and thins. Like, it's very much about the texture rather than the taste. Little bit backstory economically. In 1977, they were bought by a British company called the Northern Foods Group. This could link into the fact that in the late 70s, unemployment was up to about 1.5 million in the UK, and they may have been in trouble and they may have been bought out. Because in 2011, they were bought by the Two Sisters Food Group, which is part of the same company, but in that time we were sort of knee-deep in the double-dipped recession. So they may have been saved again, you know, by a big company. I mean, that's just speculation, but it seems weird that these two buyouts were both in sort of we were very deep in economic trouble as a country. A little known fact, Foxes were also responsible for Echo bars, which I don't know if you remember those in people's lunch boxes, the little chocolatey bars, which were like white chocolate and biscuit, and they were, well, I begged my parents to get me them, but they never did, and I was always jealous of those who did. They have been discontinued, but I think they've made something similar and just renamed it. Also, in party rings themselves, I mean, we're looking at focuses on party rings here, were made in 1983 because there was a development in how we colour food, which enabled us to have, you know, brighter, more wacky colours. So they put them on party rings, and it was a huge hit, and it still is. It still is. They're still, you know, very much a favoured, you know, party essential. Right, so, you know, let's talk about these ones. We've got Vinnie. Vinnie is a panda. And he's not just any panda. He's also an Italian-American mobster panda. The way that he talks, the way that he holds himself, he references a lot of sort of Italian-American films and themes, and he speaks in that Italian-American accent, which, you know, is very popular. I think he's a great little character. You know, also his animation was created by the same people who made the Disney animation studios. People made him. I don't remember what it was, but I thought that was quite interesting. So obviously a lot of monies. I think it was like a £5 million campaign for this little guy you see on the packet here. He's very popular on social media. He's got a lot of followers. A lot of people interact with him and talk to him, and he talks back, which I think is brilliant in this day and age. You know, you really want to be part of a company that, you know, talks to its consumer and listens to him and makes them laugh. I mean, who doesn't like a funny Twitter feed? I mean, take Tesco's and Walls, for example. You know, they got thousands of followers in a matter of hours. So, you know, can't go wrong there. He also uses the phonetic spelling. When he speaks, he doesn't just talk, he uses the phonetic spelling of how I'd say, like when he says biscuits, he actually spells it with the little W, which I think It's quite fun actually. You know, when he talks and he makes mafia jokes and references. So, for example, there'd be a little picture of him sitting in a chair, and he says, "Money, power, respect," like all the things you'd expect an Italian American mobster to want. And he says, "Biscuits." So, as if to associate biscuits with something that is as good as having millions of pounds and many people's respect and all of this power in a backdoor industry. What else? Oh yeah, well his premise in general is that he travelled to England from America to get his favourite biscuits. They are so good that he left his life as you know, a high-powered mobster who happens to be a panda. I'm not really sure where that came from. And to get his favourite biscuits, and he now spends his time eating biscuits. So, wow, it's a life of it all actually, isn't it? Now this range in particular, I mean, this one is the party rings, and what they've done is they've got flavoured party rings. I'm not sure what flavour they are, I think just sort of sugary. These ones are a blueberry muffin flavour, and they're different because they're sort of purple with a white wiggle on them, rather than the other colours. And the other tastes of America that I couldn't actually get hold of was the mud pie, which are sort of the little just plain chocolatey cream biscuits, but I think they're possibly a little bit more chocolatey, I'm not sure. They've got key lime cream crunches, like, you know, you get like the Fox's ginger creams, it's that, but key lime pie flavour, which I'd really like to try because I love key lime pie, and I just think that's quite an interesting thing. They've also got cherry cheesecake, which is in the family circle, where you get the biscuit, which is the cream, and the jam in the middle. The jam is cherry flavoured rather than strawberry. So, you know, that'd be quite nice. And of course this one, which is blueberry. Wow. So yeah, I think again, you know, with some of the things that Cadbury are doing, they're bringing over a lot of the American tastes, the idea of like blueberries and key lime pie and all of this, like they're bringing over this idea of interesting flavours of things to sell things, to try something a little bit different. And I think it's fairly successful, judging by what I saw on social media. People seem to like it. So, all right, well, let's get down to it. As you've seen, lovely stars and stripes there. What's it got at the back? Allergy advice: contains wheat, gluten, soil, wheat flour, sugar, vegetable, glucose syrup. Yeah, lots of things that you shouldn't give children, but you know. Oh, there you go. See, our Victorian Bakehouse open. Blah 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 blah. Have you tried our key lime pie crunch creams? I would very much like to. Boxes, I would. Oh, there's a lot of these. Wow, look at that. That is, I'm just going to give them a little smell. Well, they smell amazing. They smell like, oh no, they don't smell like party rings. They actually smell like blueberry muffins. That's lovely. As you can see, they are purple. They're all the same colour, not like regular party rings. But you've got the lovely little hole, so if you need to, just... Oh no, that didn't work. My fingers are too small. Oh, there you go. See? Oh wow, look at that. That's lovely. They've got that lovely tap. Well, they're sort of, I wouldn't say they're purple. They're more of a lilac colour, but yeah, here goes nothing. Wow, they're really good. Oh yeah. That's definitely nice. It's definitely a nice biscuit. I would say the smell is stronger than the actual flavour. The flavour itself just tastes like party rings with a little bit of sort of fruity, sort of a fruitiness to it. But I think if someone If someone told me to close my eyes and try this and I didn't know, I would probably just assume that they were sort of fruit flavour. It would take me a while to say that they were blueberry, but they're really nice. I really like them. I will, you know what I'm going to spend the rest of my afternoon doing. Well, Vinny, your rings get a thumbs up from me. Yeah, so that's about it really. If you have any suggestions of what I should put in my next video, I mean, I've got a few things lined up already, but I'd love to know what you guys would like to see reviewed. Alright, well, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.